Snack recommendations and leaked Disney dining plan tips? Seems you've hit the DFP video jackpot today. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, or as I'm calling it today, Shay DFB, because throughout the course of this video, we're going to be showing you a menu of options that we think are A, big ol' chef's kiss, and B, the best use of your Disney dining plan snack credits. So if you've got that free Disney dining plan, even if you're paying for the Disney dining plan and getting your discount someplace else like your room or whatever, this is the video for you. Now, before we get started, I'm going to do a speedy recap of what the DDP snack credits are and what type of snacks you should be on the lookout for to get the most bang for your buck with them. However, even if you're not going to be using the Disney dining plan during your upcoming trip, stick around. We still got a lot of great Disney World snacks to recommend today that you are not going to want to miss. Okay, what are snack credits? Promise I'll make this description quick, y'all, because I know you're ready to hear about some tasty Disney World treats. The Disney Dining Plan is a prepaid dining service that you choose as an optional add-on to your Disney World vacation package. Disney Dining Plans come in two flavors, okay? A quick service version and a standard version that comes with table service dining credits too. But no matter which flavor you choose to pay for, having the Disney Dining Plan means that all you gotta do to pay for your meals once you're in Disney World is scan your Magic Band, Key to the World card, or Disney Magic Mobile, and it'll recognize your DDP add-on to cover the bill. Think of it like all-inclusive dining on a cruise ship or that cafeteria card you had in college. The only difference is that instead of like a cruise ship where you can just keep grazing on whatever food's available, you still have an allotted amount of meal and snack credits you can use during your Disney World vacation. And while those allotted credits can be dispersed evenly each day of your visit, you're also free to spend them however you want to. And if you run out, no worries, you're not going to be left to starve. You can just pay for any extra meals and snacks out of pocket, but I promise, you're probably not going to run out. There's a lot of food on the Disney Dining Plan. Again, this is the bare basics of things. I'm not going to go in depth with all the nuances of the DDP today, though I will have Bria, the scriptwriter, drop in with a DDP tip or two that she'll pluck straight from our DFB guide to maximizing the Disney Dining Plan, which is a digital book that you can pick up from the dfbstore.com website anytime you'd like. However, I do need to tell you more about snack credits before we move on, because that's the whole point of our video. Whether you purchase the quick service or standard plan, each Disney Dining Plan will come with a number of snack credits you can use, which if you spread them out evenly should add up to 1 snack credit per day per person. There are hundreds of different snacks available across Disney's parks and resorts, and you can find out which snacks are Disney Dining Plan eligible by tracking down this little purple and white checkerboard symbol that'll be next to each item's name. And while yes, we're going to be giving you a lot of snack recommendations today, let me start off by giving you my best rule of thumb when it comes to maximizing these in general. If you can use your snack credits on treats that are $6 or more, you're going to be sitting pretty. That's kind of the break even for Disney Dining Plan snack credits. That's why the treats we're featuring today are going to be those higher priced items that'll really stretch those snack credit dollars for you and also be completely delicious. So without further ado, let's get back to Shay DFB. Let's start with breakfast. What better way to start off your experience at Shay DFB than with a little morning bite to eat? When it comes to both the quick service and standard dining plans, you're going to have 2 meal credits you can use each day of your trip. But again, if you'd rather spend 3 meal credits in a single day and pay out of pocket for a meal on another day, you're more than welcome to do that too. Most of the time, you're going to find us recommending that you use your 2 meal credits toward lunch and dinner, since breakfast is typically a cheaper option and lunch and dinner will give you the best bang for your buck. But that's not to say we recommend skipping breakfast. Far from it. Instead, you might want to use your snack credits to build your breakfast each morning because, surprisingly enough, you can get some pretty hearty breakfast-like grub to chow down on using just your snack credits. For example, the warm cinnamon roll from Gaston's Tavern in Magic Kingdom might be calling your name. It calls my name like 24/7. This is $7 out of pocket, but you'll get a whole lot of warm, sticky, sweet, cinnamony goodness for that price. You might also be so inclined to order the creme brulee croissant here, which is a crispy croissant dough filled with vanilla bean custard. This tends to be better out of pocket purchase though, instead of a snack credit purchase, since it's only going to put you back $5. While we were devastated by the loss of our waffle sandwiches from Sleepy Hollow Refreshments last year, one good thing did come out of that. Unlike the waffle sandwiches, which were considered as a quick service credit, the new Mickey waffle platters can be purchased with a snack credit. This goes for all the sweet topped waffles, but does not apply to the sweet and spicy maple chicken waffle, which is still a quick service offering. Hopping over to Epcot now, there's one place where the breakfast snacks are hard to narrow down to just one. Sorry, there's lots of places actually. Kringla Bakery, Caramel Kusha, but we're going to talk about Leal today. If you've been following our channel for a while now, you could probably guess that's where we were going, but if you're new here, welcome. I'm talking about Leal Boulangerie Patisserie in the France Pavilion like I do all the time, and your new best friend when it comes to Disney snacks. Now, there are so many options you can choose to order from Leal, but when it comes to breakfast and when I'm getting kind of sick of all the sugary sweet stuff, I tend to gravitate toward the quiche offerings. More specifically, the quiche Lorraine made with ham and Gruyere cheese costs $6.50 out of pocket, but is completely covered if you're using Disney Dining Plan snack credits. Unbelievable deal. Guess what, friends? When you're picking up a Joffrey's coffee in the morning at any of the Disney World parks as well, those giant Joffrey's donuts that might have caught your eye are also worth one snack credit. If you're looking for something sweet, glazed, and sprinkle coated to start your day with, these cost around $6 each. They are so good. They're locally made. They come from Donut King, and they are always fresh and delicious. I know you can't always trust a donut, but these you can. So there you go. 3 awesome breakfast offerings that are going to get you a great bang for your buck with your snack credit.
Hey friends, Bria here coming at you with the first Disney Dining Plan pro tip of the video. You can track down your Disney Dining Plan credits on the My Disney Experience app. That way you never have to guess how many credits you've got left to spend. Remaining Disney Dining Plan credits will also be printed on your receipt after every meal and snack credit purchase.
All right, when it comes to snacking around Disney World, I think people tend to automatically default to thinking about the sweet stuff, which, hey, guilty as charged, right? But here at Shea DFB, we aren't going to up and abandon the savory park snacks today because you might enjoy using your snack credits on something more salty to give your sweet tooth a break. If you step out of the World Showcase for a minute and head over to the refreshment port in Epcot, you can pick up an order of traditional poutine for around $7.50. This will give you a hearty basket of thick-cut fries, gravy, and squeaky cheese curds that honestly could serve as a full meal for some. Speaking of fries, Mr. Kamal's Fries from Animal Kingdom never fail to provide me with starchy fried seasoned potatoes when I'm just needing something light and crispy to hold me over till my next meal. These tend to cost just over $6, but if you're not in a fried potato mood, you might want to choose the chicken dumplings instead. These cost $7 and are honestly a better DDP snack credit deal, even though I do tend to prefer the slightly spicy flavors from the fries. Different strokes, right? Now, when it comes to substantial savory options, Animal Kingdom still has you covered. Along with Mr. Kamal's Fries and chicken dumplings, you can also get a loaded baked mac and cheese from 8 Spoon Cafe. A regular mac is just $5, making it a great and hearty out-of-pocket purchase. But if you really want to stretch your DDP dollar, the baked mac and cheese with pulled pork for just over $6, or the baked mac and cheese with a barbacoa beef for just over $7 will definitely make sure you get the biggest bang for your snack credit buck. And don't forget about my beloved chicken fried rice you can pick up at Yak and Yeti local food cafes. While the chicken fried rice is a side option here, many Disney quick services that sell a la carte side options do let you use snack credits to purchase them. And that goes for the chicken fried rice, which is normally $8 and a huge portion. So that's a great deal. Yak and Yeti local food also has 2-count of pork egg rolls that you can pick up on the menu for $9. But if you're not using the DDP, you can honestly pick up a very similar 2-count order of pork egg rolls from Joy of Tea and Epcot instead, which will only cost you just above $5.
Pro tip number 2. Always double check before relying on the Disney Dining Plan to pay for your Disney Springs meals and snacks. While many restaurants and bakeries in the shopping district will take your credits, you'll find the selection is a bit more limited than what you'll find in the parks, since many of these locations are third-party owned and not Disney owned.
Okay, if you're having a hard time deciding which snacks are going to be the most worthy of your precious snack credit purchases, then how's about you refer to this section of our menu, DFB's Most Recommended. These are the snacks that, for the most part, the DFB team and I tend to place on a pedestal time and again, because even when we're not on the clock, you'll more than likely find one of us, whether it be a DFB reporter, a writer, or an editor, picking up one of these snacks just because we gotta satiate those cravings before we head back home. Heads up, you can find our top 10 snacks across all 4 Disney World parks in our recently updated Best Snacks Guide for 2025, which not only tells you about each snack, but shows you where each one is located thanks to our DFB snack maps. Oh, and did I mention this guide is free to download? Probably should have led with that. Free things are great things. Just scan the QR code you see on the screen now, or head on over to disneyfoodblog.com/bestsnacks, and we're gonna send send your free guide straight to your email faster than you can say peanut butter cookie pie. Now, what a coincidence! That's the first snack I want to talk to you about. What are the odds? The Main Street Confectionery is a great place to pick up all sorts of sweet goodies inside Magic Kingdom. You can even mobile order from Main Street Confectionery too, and avoid the long standby lines you might encounter. So, see, you're already smarter than everybody else in the confectionery. So what's DFB's favorite treat to grab from this turn-of-the-century sweet shop? Pies. Cookie pies. They're rich and they're thick and they're normally around $6 to $7 when you pay for them outright. But if we see the peanut butter cookie pie on display, the one that's topped with chocolate frosting and peanut butter M&Ms, then just paint a bullseye on my head and call me an easy target because Disney's target audience has been reached. I also like to direct your attention to a more underrated Magic Kingdom snack that we don't talk about all the time, but still holds a special place in our hearts. The cream cheese pretzel from the lunching pad in Tomorrowland costs the same as a regular Mickey-shaped pretzel, $8. But this one's stuffed with warm cream cheese, so you gotta decide, do you want to eat a pretzel that's shaped like Mickey or one that's filled with hopes and dreams and cream cheese? I know my answer. Stepping out of the parks and into the resorts really quick, I've got a new favorite snack item as of recently that I thought might be a temporary treat, but it's been sticking around for a while now. So I guess it's still safe to talk about. That being said, I'm guarding my heart because I know how fickle Disney treats can be. The Mickey Chocolate Choux, no, it's not a shoe like you wear, it's a CHOUX, very French, a Gasparilla Island Grill in Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. This is a Mickey-shaped chocolate pot au choux filled with chocolate chantilly cream. And while that might sound like a chocolate overload, it really doesn't feel that way. The milk chocolate is light, the choux is fluffy, and it also has a crunchiness to it like the edges of a pan of brownies. Out of pocket, the Mickey Chocolate Choux is over $6, so it might be worth stepping out of the Magic Kingdom for a minute to spend your snack credit over yonder. And now it's time to talk about what's probably my favorite way to use DDP snack credits. Okay, this is the most important part of this video. Epcot Festival booths. As I mentioned earlier, there is a certain amount of dining and snacking freedom that you get when purchasing the Disney dining plan. Even though you're going to receive a specific amount of dining credits per night of your resort stay, you can use those credits whenever you want to. You can use them all on the first day. You can use them all on the last day. You can actually use them to pay for your friends who come over to Epcot to go to the restaurant with you. There's lots of ways to use these credits. Most commonly, we've used this method to purchase multiple snack items during our Epcot visits, since many of the seasonal festival booths have lots of food items that you can pay for using a DDP snack credit, and a lot of them are super expensive. So instead of breaking up your snack credits all 6 days of your trip to get one snack per day, use all those credits to get 6 different festival items during your Epcot day, and be out of snack credits for the remainder of your trip. But that's okay, because again, these are usually very expensive items and you're gonna get the best bang for your buck no matter what.
Pro tip number 3. At select times of the year, typically towards the beginning of the year, Disney releases free Disney Dining Plan promotions on their special offer deals and discounts page. So keep an eye out just in case the details of your upcoming trip align with those limited time releases.
Okay, we talked savory, and now it's time to move to sweets. Can I interest you in some dessert this evening? While it's easy to just settle on getting a Mickey Premium Bar and calling it good when you're looking for a sweet treat during your Disney World day, there are much more massive, creative, and unique dessert choices out there that you might find to be much more worthy of a real snack credit redemption. I think Epcot's probably the best place to start when it comes to the wonderful world of sweets, because I just can't talk about desserts without giving at least a dozen odd shout outs to the caramel couche in the Germany pavilion. In the past few videos, I've asked y'all how you pronounce the word caramel, and the responses were overwhelming. I didn't realize everyone felt so passionately about this, but I'm kind of obsessed. The responses were also pretty 50-50, which is also fun, although not definitive. So here's how I'm gonna approach this caramel debacle from here on out. If something feels truly decadent and bougie, I'm gonna call it caramel. But if something feels accessible and tasty but also budget friendly, I'm gonna call it caramel. Deal? Deal. Okay, so how should we split up these caramel treats inside caramel couche? In the caramel category, I'll add the caramel butter bars. Well, these buttery square dudes are some of my all-time favorite treats to pick up from the Caramel Couche Bakery. They're just over $5, meaning there are other caramel treats that might be worth spending your DDP credits on. Meanwhile, in the caramel category, I'd consider that to be treats like the caramel cookie sandwiches or the Werther's fresh caramel popcorn, which tend to be in the $7 to $9 range. Bougie, sweet, satisfying, and worthy of a snack credit, or two, just in case you can't settle on just one. I'm not gonna lie, I usually leave there with 2 or 3 treats. All right, let's put a pin in the caramel discussion for now, but keep at it with the World Showcase treats. Over at Kringla Bakery og Cafe in the Norway Pavilion, you got a great variety of unique pastries to choose from that fit a range of budgets. If you're paying out of pocket, you might be more inclined to try items like the school bread, which is that sweet roll filled with custard and dipped in coconut, the apple cake, which is an apple cake with caramel drizzle, or the lefse, which is a soft flatbread rolled with cinnamon, sugar, and butter, which a lot of you like, but I just can't get my head around. I've never really enjoyed it, but let me know in the comments the best way to do it. Each of these items costs around $4 to $5 each, so out of pocket's the way to go for those. But if you're using your snack credits and you're wanting to purchase the higher end Norwegian treats, you might be more inclined to try the Kringla, which is a pretzel-shaped pastry with assorted toppings like almonds or chocolate, which costs $7 out of pocket. Now, if you want massive sweets, Hollywood Studios has got the massive sweets, especially when it comes to the funnel cake department. There are several places where you can pick up loaded funnel cakes around the Disney World parks, but Epic Eats over in Echo Lake has always, since I started this channel, been known for their funnel cakes being an awesome snack credit value. They've got vanilla ice cream and other toppings like strawberry or cookies and cream. They're going to cost you $8 out of pocket, and that's one of the best deals for a snack credit in all of Hollywood Studios. Meanwhile, over at the Neighborhood Bakery in Pixar Plaza, you can grab yourself a warm, giant, crunchy but gooey Jack's Num Num cookie for just over $6. I also want to throw the carrot cake cookie into the ring real quick, which you can find over at Trolley Car Cafe. I know it's not as pricey of a treat as some of these other options costing just below $6, but I really do love this one, and it would have broken my heart to not bring it into this video. It's thick and it's sweet, and just as long as the cream cheese frosting isn't too cold and all gummy, it's one you might want to prioritize. Disney dining plan credits or not. Now, you know what? Let's talk about a dessert that we rarely ever talk about on this channel, and that's because A, it's hiding out in a resort, and B, it's usually pretty expensive. But with our snack credits in tow, pricey snacks are what we're after. Over at Le Petit Cafe inside Disney's Riviera Resort, you can pick up whatever seasonal macaroons are available at the time of your visit for usually $8. In the past, our favorite seasonal macarons from Le Petit Cafe have been the Easter egg macarons, which come in 3 different flavors: strawberry honey, blueberry coriander, and orange milk chocolate. We'll definitely be on the lookout for them this spring season too. Another great and highly underrated place to grab a snack at the Riviera is over at Bar Riva. The dessert menu of Bar Riva does take snack credits, and the Riviera cookie skillet from here is so good. Someone needs to write a whole book about this one. The pistachio chocolate chip cookie is served warm and in a skillet, topped with pistachio gelato to make it all rich, gooey, and indulgent. This is basically a Pizookie in Disney World, and normally it costs $8, but one snack credit is gonna cover you. No problem.
Pro tip number 4. If you're mobile ordering your food and snacks from the My Disney Experience app, items that can be redeemed as a snack credit will still be clearly labeled, just not with that classic white and purple checkered symbol. It'll just say outright, snack is Disney Dining Plan eligible.
Next, if it's too hot outside for you, then maybe it's time to cool your desserts down a little bit with a snack credit redemption that's a lot more icy. Starting in Magic Kingdom with this one, you're going to find some decadent ice cream sundaes at the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor in Main Street, USA, and those range in price from $7 to $9. Often these are going to be large enough to be shareable, but if you're trying to use those snack credits while you have them, grab one for each person in the fam and prepare for an ice cream overload. You can just take a few laps around Swiss Family Treehouse to burn off that sugar rush, don't worry about it. My favorite sundae to grab from here is the All-American, made with old-fashioned vanilla and chocolate ice cream with hot fudge, peanut butter drizzle, whipped cream, and a cherry on top. Out of pocket, you'll pay just over $8 for this work of dairy art, so it's a great use of a snack credit. And while Dole Whip is just a good idea to order in general when you're in the Aloha Isle vicinity over in Adventureland, our all-time favorite use of a snack credit at Aloha Isle is going to be the pineapple upside down cake topped with Dole Whip for $7. Now let's stay in Dole Whip Whip territory for a little bit longer. Over at Storybook Treats in Fantasyland, you can grab Rapunzel's sundae right now for just over $8 if you're paying for it out of pocket. This sundae comes with shortcake, wild berry soft serve, and Dole Whip lemon, all topped with berry compote and sugar flowers. For the record, Storybook Treats tends to switch up its character-themed sundaes and cones pretty frequently, so you'll want to check and see what's going to be available at this little snack window during your upcoming visit. And we're back to the pineapple cakes again. Over at Tamu Tamu Refreshments in Animal Kingdom, you're going to want to grab the Pineapple Crisp Sundae. This is made with pineapple crisp cake, vanilla ice cream, pineapple caramel, and a crispy streusel topping, all for typically over $7. But wait, where does the pineapple Dole Whip come into play? Well, that's just a little DFB snack hack for you. In the past, we've been able to substitute out that vanilla ice cream for the pineapple Dole Whip instead, which really elevates that fruity citrus flavor all around. Now let's step away from the Dole Whip and ice cream to give you a completely unique frosty treat straight out of Epcot's World Showcase. The Kakigori at Kabuki Cafe is located right outside the Japan Pavilion. It's a Japanese shaved ice, which comes in flavors like rainbow. Yes, rainbow is a flavor. Skittles said so. Strawberry, melon, cherry, tangerine, blue raspberry. Now, a standard kakigori is going to cost you $6, so not a great snack credit use. But if you get the kakigori with sweet milk topping, which elevates the shaved ice to make it a whole lot sweeter and creamier, then you can stretch your DDP creds further with a treat that normally costs $7.50. Not using the DDP during your upcoming trip? You can find kakigori with sweet milk topping for cheaper over at Animal Kingdom. Caravan Road is an inconspicuous kiosk over in the Asia section that also sells kakigori and the sweet milk topping for $6 instead of $7.50. The only downside, depending on who's asking, is that you'll only be able to order a watermelon flavor here instead of having a variety of options to choose from like you can at Kabuki.
Pro tip number 5. Didn't get a chance to use all your snack credits, but you've come to the tail end of your trip? You might want to consider using your remaining snack credits to pick up some prepackaged confections to take home with you. Granted, this isn't a snack credit strategy you're going to want to rely on since prepackaged snacks don't naturally give you the most bang for your Disney dining plan buck, but it's better than letting those unused snack credits go to waste.
Now, we can't have you enjoying a meal at Chez DFB with a dry mouth, can we? So how's about we give you something to wet your whistle? When it comes to the Disney dining plans, you aren't just getting food with your allotted credits, you're getting drinks as well. And while lots of drinks come included with your meal credits, there are a selection of non-alcoholic specialty drinks out there that you can purchase with just a snack credit alone. No meal purchase necessary. So this is your chance to try Blue and Green Milk from Galaxy's Edge in Hollywood Studios. Those are unbelievably expensive, and for a lot of us, not really worth getting because we don't love them. But if you've got a snack credit, then definitely try it. It's definitely something that a lot of people spend $9 on and don't like at all. So if you're going to try the citrusy green milk or the fruity blue milk to make up your own mind, then the DDP credits might be well spent at the milk stand. Another novelty non-alcoholic beverage that's more universally well-liked, but still just as otherworldly, can be found over at Pandora's Pongu Pongu stand inside Animal Kingdom. The Night Blossom is a brightly hued frozen drink made with layers of apple and desert pear limeade, and then topped off with bursting boba pearls. The one thing you can say about the Na'vi, they sure do love their boba pearls. Now, without the DDP, this is going to cost you just under $7. And let's discuss a very important topic, coffee. If you're looking for not your average coffee, but an elevated cold brew option, look no further than Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies in Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom. The salted caramel cold brew float is a combination of Joffrey's cold brew blend with, salted caramel soft serve ice cream. And yes, I do consider this drink to be bougie enough for the caramel title. This cold brew float will normally cost you over $6. And now it is time for a giant Disney dining plan coffee hack. When it comes to the Starbucks locations in the Disney World parks, all drink sizes count as one snack credit. You know what that means? Go big or go home. If you're using a snack credit on a Starbucks beverage in the Disney parks, technically a tall 12-ounce drink is going to be the same price as a Trenta 30-ounce drink. Doesn't take a math whiz to figure out which is the better deal here. But wait, we're not done yet. Your DDP snack credit will also cover any additional espresso shots or foam or flavorings you decide to add to your drink. So this is me giving you permission to go all out and order that supersized coffee with all your fixins to start your Disney day off right.
Okay, one last pro tip for you. In general, the non-alcoholic beverages you can receive with your Disney dining plan credits varies from restaurant to restaurant. But when it comes to specialty beverages, there's a good chance you'll be able to add on things like artisanal milkshakes, fresh smoothies, and premium hot chocolates alongside your meals or as an individual snack credit option.
Okay, that's a lot of great information about snack credits when it comes to the Disney dining plan. I hope you enjoyed your day here at Shea DFB. And don't you worry, we'll be back with more Disney dining plan snack and meal recommendations very soon. But in the meantime, don't forget to pick up our free Best Snacks of 2025 guide over at disneyfoodblog.com/best snacks. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.